So hello everyone, I'm continuing the second part of the consumer perception and its role in consumer behavior. So we are just understanding the concept of absolute threshold where we are left. So absolute threshold clearly says that any of the stimuli which marketer want to share with the consumer and it should have a certain strength and intensity that should be noticed by the consumer itself. If the strength or the intensity of the stimuli given by the marketer is below absolute threshold level, then it will not be noticed by the consumer itself. The second concept which we are going to talk about in terms of sensory threshold is differential threshold. Differential threshold, to understand the differential threshold, I'll just give you an example. I think you all are very much aware about a brand known as Cadbury's. So if I say that, take for example, that Cadbury's, can you tell me what Cadbury's consists of? Everybody will talk about Cadbury's is a chocolate, right? It's having a lot of cream and chocolate added in it. But suppose a marketer want to add something new in the specific flavor of the chocolate, whichever they are offering into the market, and for that they are going to want to charge higher also. So if they want to do something, so what they have to do, they have to create the stimuli for the new variant whichever they want to launch, which should have a higher intensity as comparison to the previous stimuli what consumers are having regarding the Cadbury's. So what they can do for the new variant which they're planning to launch it, they can have something more added nuts. They should keep the picture of the nuts and fruits on the packaging itself. They can even come out with little bit of different color combinations. But yes, because you want the consumer to perceive that there is only extension of Cadbury's itself. So you can't play more with the logos and color, because that is helping consumer to build a strong perception regarding your brand. So you have to keep the color same, but yes, if you're offering something extra like fruit and nuts or certain other flavors to it, for that you are charging high. So you have to make it more visible so that the second stimuli that you are creating for the new brand, it should be noticed by the consumer, and so that they able to register it into the mind, they able to create a strong perception regarding the new variant, and that is how they are agreeing indirectly to pay higher price than the normal chocolate whatever you are buying, or whatever you're consuming for since long, right? So the change is whatever changes you are having, you have to register the changes in terms of greater stimuli so that consumer is able to notice that, right? So that is this concept is known as a just noticeable difference. Even this concept is given by, this is also known as a Weber's law, which clearly says that just noticeable between a difference between two stimuli is not an absolute amount but a relative amount. I think you are able to understand absolute and relative. It is not absolute but it's a relative. Every consumer or the perceiver will perceive the intensity of the second stimuli vis-a-vis the previous stimuli what the marketer has already given. So if you're making any kind of changes, if you're making coming up with any kind of variant, so intensity of any kind of stimuli which you are a want consumer to perceive should be higher than the previous one. Weber law also states that the stronger the initial stimulus, the greater the additional intensity. It's very difficult task for marketer, because when first you are launching a new brand, you are creating a specific stimuli in terms of anything that I've already discussed with you. 5 senses you can choose upon. But yes, whatever energy you have taken, what extra effort you have taken in building the first stimulus get registered in the mind of the consumer, you have to work little bit more harder for the second stimuli so that it can be easily perceived in the mind of the consumer, and they're able to make a difference between the first stimuli and the second stimuli, whatever you are giving right now. So I'll just take you to a small video where you can see the application of just noticeable difference, how marketer can use JND in terms of, they have used JND in terms of creating the marketing strategy. I think you're able to see on the screen that there are so many variant, or there's a brand is same, right? Nivea. But see how interestingly, from 1963 to 2010, they have changed the container, right? So this is how they are changing the stimuli. But once again, I repeated this, you can't change the entire stimulant as one go. If you keep on changing it, then what will happen? Even the marketer is not able to, consumer will not able to register your brand. So just see how nicely they have kept the color same, only the bottles they have changed. One more application of just noticeable difference, right? You must have seen this is a strategy which is played very nicely by FMCG products, and we as a consumer, we generally get bogged up with that. As you're seeing on the screen, there's a pack of Lay's, right, which clearly says, suppose Lay's has said that I have 20% extra, right? In 20% extra, you are charging, suppose if example, 5 rupees extra from the consumer, but you actually, if you want to you analyze, you can see on the screen itself that Lay's chips packet contains 70% of the air and 30% of the chips itself. But when it is written on that, this is the use of just noticeable difference, right? You keep the packaging pack bigger, you keep the pack bigger, so that consumer is able to understand that yes, you are offering something extra, and something very interesting, they are ready to pay amount for that also. Another thing which I want you to understand about, just hold for a moment, about something very interesting about yes, as you're seeing in the screen itself here, you are able to see, yes, that is the usage of just noticeable difference. Just see, uh, I said that is keeping the intensity at the lower side so that people are not able to notice it. You can play both way around. Either you can keep it negative and you can keep it positive also. In this slide, you can see the logo of Google from 1998 to 2015. Just see, I think if you if you analyze very deeply into that, then only you are able to understand the difference, that how G in the Google is changing, right? But you generally, if I'll ask you to see the logos of Google, then if you have just seen it for first time, and if I remove the ears, then obviously we'll say, okay, fine, it is changing only one or two things bigger. I can see that the exclamation sign has been gone or something like that. But just see that yes, Google is changing their logo, keeping the intensity of the second stimuli and the lower side, so that people are not able to notice it, because you don't want to get noticed. People should perceive, yes, the Google is the same, only little bit difference is there. Same thing with the shell on the screen itself. Yes, 1909 till today, just see that how the logo of shell has been changed. And if you just see from 1948, from where they have started the colored logo, nothing has changed so drastically. Only they're keeping the color combination same, right? Because they want the consumer to perceive Shell is the same company with the same this thing color combination you're using in the logo itself, right? I want to share one more application of this thing. Just hold on for a moment. Um, yes. Same, another example of just noticeable difference. Just see, this is a brand Ivory, right? What they've done previously, they are having the soap which is having bigger length as comparison to breath itself. So second, when they have, this is how marketer play, right? So take for example, let us take the same case of Ivory, where suppose take for example the raw material prices increases, right? Now the marketer can't increase the price because consumer is having a strong perception that Ivory soap is costing, for suppose take for example 30 rupees, right? Now what they can do, because when ingredient prices are getting higher, obviously the raw material is getting higher, they have to charge higher, otherwise they'll be at loss. So what they can do, they can play with just noticeable difference, so that is not being noticed. They will keep the intensity a little bit lower. Up देखिएगा what they have done, they have just squeezed the size of Ivory soap so that people are not able to make so much of differences. They will feel like the soap is same, but yes, they have cut down the amount of Ivory soap. You're talking the pack size has been reduced and prices kept the same. So this is some of the examples how company can use just noticeable difference in terms of affecting the consumer buying behavior, right? Coming back to our PPTs, yes, marketer need to determine the relevant JND for the product. We can use Marketer can use just noticeable difference in two form when there are certain negative changes are there. I've just discussed with you the case study of Ivory, that if you are reducing the size, right, and because you can't increase the price because consumer is not able to pay that extra prices for the same brand what they were using for ages, right? So what we can do, you can little bit squeeze the size of the soap so that the negative changes are not readily displayable to the public. Second thing what they can do, they can if they're making any kind of product improvement, right, so they have to keep the stimuli very very higher so that people are able to understand the stimuli very very nicely and they are ready to pay extra amount for the specific stimuli. So what marketer can do for certain changes like decrease in price or discount, they should keep the JND very very high. They should talk about it. They should talk higher about it, that yes, we have reduced the price, so that it is noticeable and consumer are attracted toward the discounted prices. And when in the case of price increase, he should keep the JND low and increase the price gradually so that it does not get noticed by the consumer. For changes like increase in quantity at the same price, he should keep once again JND higher so that it should be noticed. And even I've shared example of Cadbury's also. If something new is coming, they have to keep the specific logo brighter and clearer so that it should be noticed by the consumer itself. As you've seen on the slide, there are pack of Coca-Cola. There's an older one, there's newer one. And just see how nicely marketer has played with the just noticeable difference, where they have changed the size of the can, right? And I think unless you see it very thoroughly, you're not able to make the differences also. Yes, they have change in the packaging means change in the content also, how much Coca-Cola they are offering it. People are not able to make a difference. There's something very interesting. I think you all must have seen the specific this thing case of Cadbury Silk, how they have launched it. Something new. If you just understand the marketing strategies, is only playing with the perception of the consumer. People are buying Cadbury since ages, and if you just talk about in a layman language, all Cadburys are same, whether it's a 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 5 rupees or 10 rupees, right? But the question comes, how to use JND in terms of creating a specific differentiation regarding your new variant that has been launched. I'll once again share an interesting video with you, how marketers have played with the entire designing of the market advertisement and even designing about the brand itself, how the Dairy Milk Silk they have targeted very specifically to the occasion of Valentine Day, and how you all youngsters have paid extra amount for that for only one extra stimuli. What they have used is very nicely, that is a heart which is been generally popped up from the Cadbury cell. Just share the specific advertisement with you. Just see how nicely they have used the specific advertisement. Just see the packaging. Just see how consumer is opening the specific pack, right? 250-gram pack, right? 300 rupees. Just see, 250-gram for 300 rupees they are offering. But see, if consumer is getting something, paying extra for it, so that marketer they can need to work upon the packaging part also. So it's and this is the basically the mindset of the consumer, that we always want to pay extra for if we are getting something more complicated kind of thing. Just see the packaging of Cadbury's, how they are charging 300 rupees for 250-gram specific pack of Cadbury's Dairy Milk Silk. Yes, this is about the chocolate. And just see the stimulus is this packaging part also, which attracted people like you to buy that Dairy Milk Silk. I'll just take directly to you that heart pop-up, that how that heart